Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are gonna do NFL grades mid-season. So yeah, let's hop right into this video. Now, with how this grading system's gonna work is how I suspect these teams perform. As yeah, we already had a Thursday night football games. The Broncos are what, like 8-2, 9-2, 8-2. Yeah. So I mean, like we got like different teams. But I mean, we're gonna see if they meet my expectations this year. So far, oh, they're bad. So let's start with the Buffalo Bills, which I'll give them a I'll give them a C. I had the Bills around like 7-1. Like I had them like winning around like 7 games. And honestly, their expectations was like 7 wins. They actually have those 7-2 or something. 6-2, 6-2, 7-2. Well, around though, but either way, they will they started off hot 4-0, and then they fell apart a little bit, and then they were starting to do a little bit better, and they were probably gonna get an easy win because they faced on my Miami Dolphins, which I'm gonna give them a fat F. I had this team going 6-3 at this point. Plus, also a lot of people probably had the Dolphins being good, and honestly. Yeah, this team just disappointed. Well, 2-7. This is one of the worst teams in the NFL. Top 5 pick in the draft. Overall, complete disaster. Miami Dolphins go to F. The Patriots, yeah, I have to give them S. I have to give them the best tier. I did not have the Patriots being this good. And they only actually meet my expectations because I had the Patriots going 7-10 and they're 7-2. So they actually have the same amount of win totals by week 10 and had them going 7-10. So this team is apparently good again. So I'm gonna give the Patriots an S tier, like an S tier, best team. I guess it's probably gonna be one of the highest graded teams. Now we got the New York Jets, and yeah, I put them at C. They meet my expectations. We knew the Jets were going to be bad, okay? We knew the Jets were going to be bad. Actually, because how bad the Jets are, I'm going to give them a D. Just how pathetic they perform sometimes. Yeah. No, this Jets team is absolutely just dog shit. And I mean, holy fuck. I haven't seen a team worse than the Jets. And honestly, the only reason why I don't have them an F because we had no expectations for the Jets. Now I think this is a tanking year and they're gonna rebuild from here. Now we got the Baltimore Ravens, and I have them being 7-1 and they're like 3-5. I don't want to give them an F. I'll give them a D. They looked a little bit better in the last 2 weeks. I don't know. That's maybe because they faced on the Dolphins, and that's why they looked so good. Either way, I'm giving the Ravens a D. Still, I could put them in F, but I think D is good enough. Just because how the Ravens just haven't been good this year. But they can obviously improve from here. Now we got the Cincinnati Bengals. I had them being around like 5 wins, like 5-4 around this time. They only have 3 wins. D. Okay, this doesn't make sense. I have the Ravens going 7 wins, and they have 3 wins, and Bengals also have 3 wins, and I have them 5 wins, and I'm putting them both in D. Either way, it's not the Bengals' fault that they're, like, not bad. I mean, like, bad. I mean, Joe Burrow's out. The defense is the worst in the league. That was the Cowboys. Now we'll go to the Bengals. Overall, this team is fucked. So I have to give the Bengals a D. Now we got the Cleveland Browns. I have them being 1-7. They're 2-6. I'll give them a C, I guess. Yeah, they're somewhat exceeding my expectations, but either way, this team absolutely sucks, and we knew what was gonna happen. So yeah, now we got the Steelers. I'll give them a. Hold on, had them going 5-3. What though, like 5-3. So. C, like, the C tier is mainly they meet my expectations. C is average. So the C tier, they meet my expectations, and the Steelers already met my expectations so far. So I'm going to give them a C. The defense is up and down. The offense is good. Overall, it's not bad in Pittsburgh, but I feel like I'm gonna give them a C. Now we got the Houston Texans. And this team I had them being 5-4, being the leaders in the division. They're third in the division with 3 wins. CJ Stroud's gonna be out. Should I give them an F? Nah, I'll be nice. I'll give them a D. I don't know how many D tiers teams is going to be on this list because honestly, I think I might have to move some F's and C's. But so far, the Texans, I'm gonna give them a D. They're not a good team. They're not that good, not as dominant as like 2 years ago. No, last year. So yeah, Texans, I have to give them D tier. Now with the Colts, I had them only having a 1 win, being the worst team in the NFL. Yes, you heard me right. I have the Colts being the worst team in the NFL, and now they're like a top 5 team in the NFL. S tier. I don't have to explain this. I had this team being the worst team in the NFL. This is the best team in the NFL. What the hell? I don't know what happened, but the Colts are good. So yeah, S tier. Now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I had this team going 3-6, and now they're 6-3. I think they're 6-3. So I'm gonna give them an A. They've been succeeding my expectations. They're doing good. Jacksonville overall good team. T-Law's been looking good overall. The team is better, meeting my expectations better than any other team. Now we got the Tennessee Titans. I had them with 2 wins. The Tennessee Titans have 1 win. I put them in D tier, I guess. This team, I might actually put them in F. They're doing worse than last year. I don't like the Tennessee Titans. I know we had no expectations for this team, but we had a little bit of expectations for Cam Road. This team has 1 fucking win, and they already got rid of Brian Callahan. They have the same amount of coaches fired this year than wins. This team is terrible. I don't know why I was thinking about putting them in detail. No, that was going to be sitting with my Finns in last place, with F, with a big fat F. Now I went to Denver Broncos. So 8-2, and they're 8-2 right now. So they meet my expectations. I'll give them a B. I think that's a little high because I'll give them a C, but I might move them to B eventually. But I'm going to give them a C. They meet my expectations, but this team's been disappointing. It's not that dominant team that we were suspecting. They're not even showing up in the first 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter, holy shit, this team is amazing. It's top 5 team. I don't know why I have them number 1. Honestly, now I think about it, because they have number 1 in my power rankings, I guess I'll give them a pass and I'll move them to B tier. Now we got the Chiefs, though. I had them being 7-2, and 5-4. Absolute sweet disappointments. I'll give them a D. Now, honestly, it's not the Chiefs' fault. Injuries, suspensions, it's just fucked around with this team a lot. Now, they've been looking better recently. After the loss to Buffalo, the Chiefs have not been the Chiefs, but overall, I'll just give them a D, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year. I'll move them to C. Maybe keep them a D, I don't know. Now we got the Raiders, and I have them being 3-6. They have 2 wins. Should I give them an F? Because I have them winning 3 games now. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. A lot of people had this team being a playoff team. I think for now, I'm going to have this being an F, because I kind of had the Raiders being in the playoff contention, and this team's not even a playoff contender, and this team's just been an absolute disappointment. And honestly, this team could have been very good, because they got Brock Bowers, they got Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers, and they also signed Amari Cooper, but Jacoby Myers, Amari Cooper, they're gone. Amari Cooper retired, and Jacoby Myers got traded to the Jags. And Brock Bowers has been out for a lot, and Ashton Genty's been a big disappointment. I don't know what happened about that. So yeah, I'm going to have the Raiders in F. This team's just been disappointing. The defense is not bad, but actually no, the defense has been absolutely shit. Now we got the Chargers. They're 6-3. Them being 5-4. I guess a B. They kind of over exceeding my expectations. Just because the Broncos, like the Chargers, they've been doing fine, but I'm just gonna put them in B. Now we got the Cowboys. Now when I made my prediction video, this was before the Micro trade, so I didn't know the Cowboys defense was gonna be that bad, but I have them being 4-5. And honestly, they're also like 6-1 or something. I don't know. This team's been kind of a disappointment. I'll give them a D. Their defense is absolutely horrible. They're like the Bengals, but the Bengals, at least the Cowboys' defense is not as bad as the Bengals. The Bengals are absolutely horrendous. Overall, yeah, the Cowboys kind of disappointing, so I have to put them in D. Now we got the Giants, and I had them being 2-7. They're 2-7. They meet my expectations. Now they looked pretty good with now Jackson Dart. So that's pretty good, but for now, yeah, I'm gonna have the Giants in C. Now we got the Eagles. They're 6-2, and I actually have them being 6-2, so I'll give them a C. They've been up and down all year. So honestly, yeah, this team's been up and down. They had like the 2 losses. One of them was to the Giants, and then the other one was to the Broncos. Now after that, this team's not terrible. They've been doing a little bit better, so that's good. So I have the Eagles at C. Now we got the Commanders, and I have them being 5-4, and they're 3-7 without Jayden Daniels. But they're apparently putting they're not putting Jayden Daniels on the injury reserve list. They will let this man play with a broken arm, apparently. What the fuck? F. Yeah. I'm gonna give the Commanders an F, because a lot of people have this team being a Super Bowl contender. This is not a Super Bowl contender. This team absolutely sucks. Now, they get decimated by injuries. The big 3 that we wanted to see: Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and Jayden Daniels. I don't think we haven't seen that trio yet. Or maybe for a game. Because all the 3 have been injured. Mainly Jayden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. They've always been out. Like, this team is a disappointment, and honestly, I don't blame them, because the team's injured. Now we got Chicago, and I have them being 4-4. They're 6-3. It's exceeding my expectations. I'll give them a B. They're 5-3. I mean, they're exceeding my expectations. They're a good team. And they've been performing pretty good. So, yeah, overall, I'll give Chicago a B. Now we got the Detroit Lions. They're 6-2. Well, I had them being 6-2. I think they're like 5-3 after a loss to the Vikings, an embarrassing loss. Yeah, I don't want to give them. I'll give them a low C. They haven't meet my expectations. They're not meeting my expectations, but they kind of all. Now, honestly, at the end of the video, I might move some of these teams up, because I think they might have to move up a little bit. But either way, Detroit, I'm gonna have them at C. This team is up and down, but I have to put them. Like, they kind of meet my expectations, but they're not. Now we got the Packers. They're 6-2, and they're 6-2. No, 6-2-1. And I mean 6-2. I think I missed the game. I don't know. Either way, the Packers, they meet my expectations. I guess it'd be, yeah, you know what? I might actually move some of these teams up. Now I think about it. Yeah. Okay, that's something we're going to do at the end of the video. Let's just look at the Eagles, though. And the Packers can be at B tier. They meet my expectations. Now, they've been up and down. They lost to the Browns and Panthers, but they can be like very good teams like the Steelers. So, I don't know how, and also the Lions and Commanders, so I don't know how the fuck that works, but it's the Packers. Now, we got the Vikings, and they're 3-5, and the Vikings are now 5-5, 5-4. I think they're 5-4. Or 5-5, they're in that, like, mid-spot, so I'll give them a C. They've been kind of up and down all year. Carson Wentz, he's been mid. J.J. McCarthy's back, and he's looking pretty good now. So that's pretty good. Then we got the Atlanta Falcons. I've been being 5-3 and 3-6. Yikes! So 3-5. Gonna be soon 3-6 after they face on the Colts. Yeah, I know. D. Like, damn. They get blown up by my Dolphins somehow. Like, I mean, it's been a crazy ride from the Falcons. Now we got the Panthers. I've been being 3-6 and they're 5-4. They've been. Should I give them an A? I might give them an A, cause like they've been like overperforming a lot. And they've been looking good. They have some flashes. They beat the Packers. There was a lot of good teams out there they've like been beating, so that's pretty good. Now we got the Saints. They're 2-7. I've been being 1-8 now. I don't want to give them an F, cause I mean this team's not like terrible. Like, it is, but I mean, they've been competitive. But, yeah, I'm going to put them in D. Yeah, I'm definitely going to move some Ds and stuff like that. I'm going to definitely move some of these. I don't like these grades. But, the Saints, they're going to be D tier. They just haven't succeeded my expectations from this year. And overall, yeah. The Buccaneers, they're 8-2. And I have them being 4-4. I don't know ball apparently. S. Yeah, I'm gonna give them. You know what? Yeah, I'll move them down to A because we knew they were gonna be good, and I was correct about the injuries. Okay, I was correct that it was all gonna be all these injuries, but I didn't know the Buccaneers were gonna be that good. I thought they were gonna have that like mid-season slump like they usually have in every single year. Yeah, no, they don't have that slump. And they're looking very good. They're looking like a Super Bowl contender. So I'm gonna move them to A. Now we got the Cardinals. I'm being 5-3 and they're 3-6. I want to give them an F. Yeah, I'll give them an F. I think they were supposed to be good this year, but Kyler Murray's been out, and I don't think he's actually. I think he is injured, but I don't think he is. I think he's more worried about Call of Duty. And Jacoby Brissett looks way better than Kyler Murray does. Now we got the Rams, and I think being 5-3, you know, 5-3, they meet my expectations. Kind of just over succeeding to a good team, so I'll move them to B. The overall good team. The Rams, they've been looking like a Super Bowl contender, like I've been saying. And yeah, I feel like they're trying to win now to give Matthew Stafford that last ring. So they can, you know, he can be even better quarterback in history. Now we got the 49ers, have them being 4-5, and they actually are 6-3 with all these injuries. I'm not gonna give them an S. I will give them an A for that performance. They've been just winning with a bunch of injuries. I don't know how, but they are. And however they did it, they're doing it well. So 49ers A, and then the Seahawks have them being 3-5. They're 6-3. They're amazing. I'll give the Seahawks an S. So before I hop off this video, let's fix some of these grades because I don't like these grades at all. Like for example, the the Eagles can move up to B. Chicago will move up to A. Yeah, Cowboys will move to D. D is fine. Chiefs been disappointing. Giants, I'll move them to D. Texans, I'll move to F. Ravens, they look better the last couple of weeks. Browns, D. I gotta move the team to C. Which would be a good team to see? I guess not the Bengals though. Yeah, I don't know. Steelers can move to B. I think these three teams are good. That's a lot of D's though. That's a lot of D's handing out, bro. Saints F. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta move to C. I guess Bengals C. And yeah, maybe I'll move to yeah. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. I think that's good enough. So yeah, that's just gonna wrap up my video. Yeah, these grades are pretty much accurate to me. There's a lot of D's and F's. There's a lot of disappointing teams this year. Interesting, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.